special production brought to you by Instigating with Clarkie and Drury, and of course Whiteman TV. Ryan Drury here, the voice of the Guelph Storm, but tonight I'm the voice of this fantastic community event at the South Huron Rec Center, home of the Exeter Hawks of the PJHL, and this community event put together by 4 local businesses to benefit the Huron County Food Bank Distribution Center. And we are going to watch now tonight's second contest, the first game here on Tractor taking on McCann's, and now Clarkie's HMP Huron Motor Products taking on Jayden's Mechanical. We'll get the ceremonial puck drop done. And I'm alongside producer Adam Olivero here with me on color tonight. You're a jack of all trades in the broadcasting world, Adam.
I can't do the play-by-play, but I can certainly try and do color for you, Ryan.
You absolutely can. Now, we're excited about this. We've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. We previewed it on the show. We've set the over-under for Clarkie's allowed goals at 6.5. I love that the bells are tolling already for Clarkie. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But Clarkie, we tried to strap him up, too, with a mobile mic and earpiece unit. I don't think he can hear us, but we're interested to see if they can keep it under 6.5, and HMP in with an early offside here in the first period.
Listen,
what do you think? Do you think he can keep it under 6.5? I'm confident in our guy.
I'm pretty confident, too, but some of his team wasn't that confident.
You know what? Clarkie, it says on his bio here, I've got team bios for Huron Motor Products, that his highest level of hockey is street hockey. That's not totally true.
No.
Because he used to play in the MLSE staff game where all of the Maple Leafs alumni would play, and Clarkie would play goalie. So it's not totally true that his highest level of hockey is only street hockey. HMP trying to get this cleared. Jayden's Mechanical holding it in for now. And now Huron Motor Products in the black jerseys with red numbers, unable to get it cleanly through neutral. And here comes Jayden's Mechanical with a hard shot, and Clarkie got a piece of that with the blocker.
Yep.
Good early start for Clarkie. You want to feel the puck early. Good shot block there, and Huron Motor Products able to clear it through neutral and all the way down. They'll get an early line change in. Coach Peter Scrivens trying to keep the line changes quick and short. More to the benefit of Clarkie than anybody else, I would say. Forecheck getting established here. Jayden's Mechanical in behind. Michigan attempt thrown out front, and Clarkie managed to get a little piece of that too. He's 2 for 2, Adam.
Yep.
Jayden's Mechanical digging it out from behind. Thrown to the near wall and not chipped out. Good hold in there by the Jayden's Mechanical crew as they continue to battle away here. Dug off the half wall, and again, Huron Motor Products able to chip it as far as neutral, but no further. Clarkie back there directing traffic in the blue paint. So far, so good for Clarkie. Is this going to go all the way down the ice for an icing? Good early start for our guy in net.
Good early start, but not a good start for his teammates. Oh, they need to be exiting the zone cleanly and efficiently, and they have not actually done that in this first almost 2 minutes of the game so far. So I think they need to actually get their act together, get some defense. Well, they've got some good defense going, but get some offense going, exit the zone cleanly.
Jayden's Mechanical winning that draw, but it's poked out quickly, and here come the HMP squad screaming down the ice. Hard shot, they score!
Wow, what did I say? They need to exit cleanly, and they heard my advice apparently, because they got that done the very next shift. What a good score! What a snapshot! I didn't quite see. Was that 5-hole?
That was Bryson, looked low blocker.
Oh, okay.
He ripped that home, and it's 1-0 HMP off the back of 2 early stops from Clarkie.
Wow.
Don't think we can give him an assist, though.
No.
Good low, hard shot, and they've got the early lead here. Bryson with the snipe, and HMP are up 1-0, and they're right back in on the offense. Hard dump in there, and that'll be swallowed up. That's John Miners wearing 39 in net for the Jayden's Mechanical squad, and that's a good early stop for him.
That's a good early stop for him. He's recovering nicely after letting in that goal, so that's nice to see.
Now, Clarkie handed me before the game a bunch of notes on all of his teammates. They've got little bios here as the Jayden's Mechanical squad looking to get this clear, and they will. Flying down the right wing, they're into the offensive zone. Threatening here for Clarkie, and that's a hard, high shot, but it's wide. Clarkey looked to be tight to the post there, and I'm not sure he would have stopped that if that was hard on net. Well wide. That will screen wide as well. Thrown down low in behind Clarkey's net. His defenders doing everything they can to get this out. They will chip it out, but Jayden's Mechanical looking to reset things at their own blue line here. Both teams getting some fresh guys out there. Good feed right through the neutral zone. Hard shot right to the crest. Clarkey is 3 for 3.
That is a good save. He saw that cleanly all the way through and trapped it. Good move by Clarkey to hold on to that. He'll have a face-off on the far side.
7:32 to go here in the first period, and again, we're having fun here watching our buddy in net. His pro debut on TV. Well, pro might be a strong word, Adam, but pretty incredible stuff here. But again, this whole event, look at the stands here. They're absolutely packed. Everybody in Exeter coming out to support the Huron County Food Bank Distribution Center. They have raised and collected a ton of food out in the front lobby here at the South Huron Rec Center. It's really incredible stuff, the amount of food that's been brought in. HMP with a good chance in front, loose, knocked away, held at the line. Thrown back in, that's blocked. HMP trying to hold this in the offensive zone. It'll just squirt free, and Jayden's Mechanical comes rumbling down the ice. Looking to get after this is Lucas Toornstra. Toornstra playing it down low. Jayden's Mechanical up high at the point, played back in down low, looking to get the cycle game going. Toornstra back on it again. Dumped down into the corner, looking to defend. There's Robinson for HMP. Hacking and whacking over at the far half wall. Huron Motor Products just trying to get this out, and they will. That will chase the defender, Scott Dickens, all the way back as he interchanges with his defense partner. That's Colin Thiel for Jayden's Mechanical. Back through neutral, tie up there right at the red line, and the Jayden's Mechanical crew will get it in deep. Back there first defensively on it is Buchanan for HMP. Swung up the wall, time to make a play is Beauchamp. Just over the line and just a fraction offside. 6:10 to go. Pretty good wide open action so far, and Clarkey's team, they're up 1-0.
And he's doing a great job in there, Clarkey is. Standing tall in the goal, and they'll have a face-off just outside.
I'm
of the HMP zone.
very impressed with Clarkey's positioning.
Yep.
He looks calm out there. He was selling himself short before the game. Like he didn't think he was going to do a good job. HMP back on the attack here near side. Played down the half wall, looking to play it into the middle, and that's cut off, and Jayden's Mechanical will chip and chase the other direction. Quick 3-on-1 developing here down low. Shot, scores! Clarkey couldn't do anything with that one. That's a cheddar shredder upstairs, and Jayden's Mechanical have tied this at 1.
What a shot that was. You said it thus perfectly, Ryan. That was up high. Clarkey was caught down low, and it just went up just over his glove side there.
Believe that was 95 Brock Horner on that snipe. Glove side over Clarkey's shoulder, and we are all tied up. HMP trying to get it back, but quickly cleared away and through neutral. Here they come on a 2-on-1 again. Jayden's Mechanical thrown to the front and just off the backside there of Josh Donater. And now a breakaway the other way for HMP, right in. Scores! McCann down low. He beats Miners, and it's 2-1 HMP.
What a play. They caught him. He got caught. Well, he caught the defense behind the defense, and there was a good stretch pass there by the HMP defense. Saw his player farther up at the blue line and gave them the release to get going and get in there. And we have a 2-1 game now with 5:26 left to go in the first.
So McCann gets the lead back for HMP, and they're right back in. Hard shot, they score! It's 3-1 HMP. Little late on the goal horn, but it is 3-1. Trust me, as that one beat Miners far side.
Well, you saw the Twine shift there. He whipped that one in there. That was a hard wrist shot.
Tough one for anyone to stop with that kind of heat behind it. And so a 2-goal lead for the first time in this contest. They've yet to put the goal up there. But it is 3-1 HMP with just over 5 and ticking left here in the first frame. Jayden's Mechanical trying to get back over and get this thing within 1. Good defensive clear from the HMP squad. So it was Tornstra who managed to get the goal for Jayden's Mechanical. That's what they're announcing in-house here. Now they're announcing the McCann goal. Now nifty moves there, trying to shuffle free. HMP trying to get this toward the front of the net.
Oh. Sorry, that
Jared
was an amazing
Baker,
move.
number 18. Yeah, that was a nifty one.
Yeah.
Baker getting the third HMP goal. Number 18. Now, Clarkey did warn us that he was their star player, so Baker making his mark on this game. Now some nifty dangles, trying to shuffle toward the front. That was Bryson who was cut off. He opened the scoring in this contest. Hard poke ahead, and here comes Jayden's Mechanical on a 2-on-1 right to the front, and that's ripped wide.
They might have almost had Clarkey beat there.
They might have had Clarkey dead to rights there.
Yep.
Still threatening in the offensive zone. Jayden's Mechanical thrown down low, and it'll come over to the near side. Trying to keep this in is Colin Thiel. Ripped all the way around to the far half wall. Pumped back down low. Jayden's Mechanical looking to climb back into this thing. They're down 2 here in the first period. HMP looking to maybe stretch the ice here. Poke check in the neutral zone, and here comes the Jayden's Mechanical squad. Hard shot, big save by Clarkey. Rebounds loose in the slot. And another big kick save and a beauty from Clarkey. How about our boy in net?
That was beautiful saves there. He saw those coming all the way through. Jayden seems to get some traffic in front if they want to put
another kick save. Clarkey's putting the work in. We're going to have to get him some rub A535. After this performance, he makes another save. Incredible stuff from Clarkey. He is keeping that biscuit out of there. Man, he is not going to work tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now. He is not going to work. Another shot in there, and that's blocked by the defenders. This will trickle out of the zone, and Jayden's Mechanical is going to have to touch up here. They'll try and get back in on the attack. Thrown toward the front, and that's poked away by the defense. Thrown up the half wall, looking for an exit. They'll find one. They'll clear it as far as the red line. Jayden's Mechanical looking to get it back in deep, and they'll do so. Chasing after this is Brock Horner. He's got control down low. Looking for a lane. That gets picked off nicely, and HMP able to clear it away out of the danger zone. That was Beauchamp on the nice pickoff, and he gets it taken right back off him. Another kick save. Rebound was there for a second. Clarkey's on top of it. 2:12 to go in the first. 3-1 lead for HMP. And Clarkey, I'm not even joking right now. I'm not just saying this. He's been the star of the game so far.
He has. He's been keeping his team in this game. He's made 4 really good saves in a row that all could have been easy goals.
I don't know if it's that it's you that's here, that it's me that's here, maybe a combo both. He's really playing well. HMP right back in. Hard crash to the front of the net, and the net comes off. And the whistle will blow as Miners held his ground nicely there.
He tried to cut in real good and get that back on his forehand and put it in, and just lost the handle and the edge on his skates at the same time. That was really close to being a 4-1 game there.
That was a really good rush chance. Hard cutting in, and Miners made the stop. We'll get some changes here for the HMP squad as they'll line up for a late offensive zone draw. Fired toward the front, rebound pumped just wide. That was just off the stick of Bryson.
Dare I say that looked like a set play almost.
It certainly did. Maybe Clarkey's helping them strategize as he makes a nice clearance. Clarkey's doing a little bit of everything.
Playing the puck now too.
How about that? He's looking like Ed Belfour out there. Jayden's Mechanical trying to work that through the neutral zone, poked away. Good job by HMP clogging up the neutral zone, but here comes Jayden's Mechanical down the wing, knocked away again. Stout defensive effort here from the HMP boys. Flipped down the ice. Looks like that's going to be enough for icing. It is. 1:21 to go here in the first, and we've certainly seen quite a bit of action here, and Clarkey's been in the middle of most of it.
Yep, and that puck almost went into the benches too. That was very close to being just out of play as opposed to offside. You guys need to play together as a team. Jayden's came out so strong at the start. Now they seem to be doing, trying to take the game on their stick, but they need to play together here.
they're certainly having trouble getting it into the middle at times.
Yes. Getting choked up in the neutral. The HMP is doing a really good job defensively right now.
Cleared off the boards, and now back into the offensive zone. Here comes HMP. Hard charging, thrown toward the front, loose there for just a moment, and it goes in. They're going to call that a goal.
Yep.
Miners thought he had that on the glove side, could not quite secure it, and that will be knocked in by Bryson. That'll be his second goal of the contest already.
Well, you know, when you
play Freebird.
Yeah, when you try to trap the puck and you go over the line, it's still a goal. So we learned that in the NHL just the other night.
Yes, we did. So Bryson will take credit for his second. Jayden's Mechanical, they got to get something going here. Tried to throw that to the front of the net. They couldn't get that toward the slot. Held in at the line. High heater there, wide glove side, as Clarkey was looking for that one. They got to get a little bit of pep in their step here. Good clear out, though, by HMP. They're down and just missing high blocker side. Good hard shot from Talbot. Poked out by Jayden's Mechanical. A clean 2-on-1 developing here. Fired, and that's well wide glove side. Jayden's Mechanical's got to find a way to get some more pucks on Clarkey here. He has let some rebounds out. They got to find a way to get a dirty one here and get back into this contest with just over 20 seconds and ticking left here in the first.
Like I was saying, Jayden needs to get some traffic in front. They're playing way too far out.
They're not taking Clarkey's eyes away, that's for sure.
He's seen these coming in from a far distance away.
I mean, he's old enough that he definitely has some vision problems. So if they can just get in front of him, they could maybe mine for some goals. But the first period will tick away with HMP up 4-1. And that gentleman skating to the bench from the crease, Mr. Chris Clark, our buddy. What a performance.
No kidding, what a performance. Wow. He only let in one goal. There was one sequence of plays where he made 4 or 5 saves in a row. They kept just attacking him. And after that attack that Jayden had, HMP took over the rest of the period pretty much after that.
Clarkey held them in there.
Yep.
He held them in there. HMP opened the scoring early. Bryson's first. He's got 2 now, number 14 for HMP. And man, oh man, Clarkey, he made easily 9-10 saves in that frame. That was something.
He did. And after that, I think the team just picked up off his energy of his quick saves and got 3 goals in a row, 3 unanswered goals. They were playing almost like the Vancouver Canucks, scoring 3 goals in less than a minute there, it felt like.
That was crazy, man.
It was.
I believe that's the first time in NHL history a team has scored 3 goals in the final minute to tie it and then went on to win.
You're absolutely right.
Crazy stuff. We don't want to see that happen to our buddy Clarkey. No. As we get set here for the second period, 10 minutes back up on the clock. And Jayden's Mechanical, they got some serious work to do here. Down 3, entering the middle frame. Clarkey is going to play the first half of this game. So far, so good. And then Eggets will come in and relieve him. HMP looking for more offense. Hard shot, and that's high glove side, and that's going to be flipped out into the netting. No penalties here for delay of game, though, so we'll just get a face-off.
It'd be interesting to see if it's much like the first period where there was long stretches between whistles. We could actually have Clarkey playing for more than half the game if that happens again.
9:40 to go here in the middle frame. Hard shot right off the face-off. They score. It's Beauchamp. And it is 5-1 HMP. And Clarkey's teammates are pouring it on now. And the good news for Jayden's Mechanical is there's lots of hockey left. Yes. The bad news is they're down 4 now, Adam.
Oh, yeah. And that, I could almost positively say, that's a set play. That's something that these guys have done before when they're playing hockey for fun. Definitely that was a set play to snap it right off like that.
Battle for it in the neutral zone, and here comes Jayden's Mechanical, poked in nicely there by Corey Bilkey. Sent all the way around. On top of this first is Craig Massey. Sent down low. Swung around near side. HMP trying to clean things up defensively. Hard off the glass, good holding at the line. High shot there, and Clarkey gloves that down. That had some heat behind it.
That did. We could heard the snap into the glove, and he saw that all the way. So again, Jayden's not taking away Clarkey's eyes, right? And it seems that all the HMP goals have come on quick rushes or right off the faceoff for that last one we had.
They got some great team speed, Adam.
They do.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
At least 3 of their goals have come in transition off the rush, including the opener.
And that amazing breakaway goal in the first period, too.
Absolutely, yeah. McCann's goal, as he was just free and clear with nobody near him. Cleared through neutral, settled and in onside.
That's
nope, they're going to say
pass.
just off. Yep, it's a hand pass.
That was a hand pass. Saw that clearly over here. Total hand pass. And they tried to do it again, but the Jayden's mechanical forward just got his stick on it and bounced it up. If he wasn't there, they would have had a clean break right into the zone.
See,
Easy.
there you go. You're doing a good job here on color. I didn't quite catch the hand pass, and you're right on top of it.
Oh, thank you.
Battle in the neutral zone. That will drift back to Jayden's defense. In the neutral zone battle in front of the penalty box, a couple guys losing their footing, and HMP able to get it in deep. Can they hold it in? No. Settling things in their own zone. Fed through neutral, and they'll have to try again. Nearly picked off there.
Yep.
Floating in there was Braden McNaughton for Jayden's mechanical. He nearly picked that off. He would have been home free on Clarkey. Although with his performance so far, I'd be confident he might stop it. He's going to get a test here. Here comes Jayden's mechanical. Fires. Clarkey makes the save.
Nice.
Can you believe this guy?
I think he was just egging us on. You know, I don't think I'm going to do that well, you know. Kind of being the ringer. Maybe Clarkey's the ringer. Maybe that's why
Maybe Clarkey is the ringer. He just robbed Ryan Gibbings. Little late rebound. He got right on top of it.
Yep.
Clarkey doing a great job just managing his posts. He's holding his position well. I'm really impressed, I gotta say. His teammates win the defensive zone draw. That'll get poked out there. Vanderwarp doing the rest. He didn't get enough of it, though, at least getting to the red line, and that's going to be an icing. Bring it all the way back. 8:03 left here in the second. So Clarkey is going to have at least 3 minutes and change left of work here. I'm not sure if they'll blow it dead at 5 minutes and let the other goalies go in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Won cleanly by James Mechanical. They need something here. That shot's blocked,
nice block,
though.
yeah.
And here comes the rush from HMP, charging right in, trying to throw that to the front and a good defensive cutoff. They need more of that. They cannot afford to let more goals in here. Here comes James Mechanical in cleanly on Clarkey. Fires, big save. Clarkey turned that away with the left arm.
He was set up perfectly for that.
Holy cow, that time robbing Lucas Tornstra, who has the lone goal for James Mechanical so far. Clarkey with another big stop. He's got to be up to about 14, 15 saves now. James Mechanical looking to get things reset on the left wing. Trying to chip that through. That'll be turned over, and the HMP boys right back on top of it, trying to charge in offensively. Poke checked away. Good defensive stick from James Mechanical, and they'll get it through neutral. Hard charging in with a wide open lane on Clarkey. Oh, off the post! And Clarkey sprawls out to get the rebound. Inches away, Tanner Hurdle. He beat Clarkey clean, but he couldn't beat the post.
No, and it almost went off Clarkey's back and in. He was just lucky. It bounced just the right way, and he reached around and found it.
He's got to turn around and give the post a little pat there. He
kidding.
was his best friend there.
Good puck awareness there by Clarkey.
Wow. Inches away from getting a second goal, but Jayden's Mechanical will have to wait. Clean win back to the point. Fired. That hit a man in front. Jayden's Mechanical still on it, held in at the point. That will be poked free, and now wide open lane to charge in for Beauchamp, who has scored. Right in front, scores!
Wow.
McCann in front finds some loose change. It's 6-1 for Clarkey and HMP, and the coaching staff on the Huron Motor Products bench is mighty happy right now.
No kidding. And McCann really did a good job of taking what ended up being a broken pass and a broken play and turning that into a goal. There's not too many players in any league that could do that. You know, they see the puck. They can't see. He's real good puck awareness there, McCann.
Found it in the defender's feet, and he just let a quick, hard, low shot go and stretches this to a 5-goal lead. Here comes James Mechanical trying to throw it toward the front on a bang-bang tap-in play, and that was just deflected wide.
Good
Clarkey,
stick by 27 there on HMP.
Yes, sir. Clarkey guarding his posts well here. McCann sweeping that away. That gets through Beauchamp, though. He makes a block and is able to get it out. Trying to stretch the ice, and that's cut off nicely by Jayden's Mechanical. Charging in with this is Scott Dickens. Nice move to the outside. He'll chase it into the corner. Dickens still on it. Tried to throw it to the front, and that'll be cleared away. HMP heading right back down the ice. They're in onside. Trying to throw that toward the front there was Bonvany. Taken away from him, and Jayden's Mechanical now trying to stretch the ice, and they're going to get in with an opportunity for a shot right through the middle. Good defensive stick by HMP. No penalties yet in this game. Thrown toward the front. Jayden's Mechanical just looking for something, anything positive offensively here. Thrown toward the front, looking for a deflection, and that's ticked away. No harm, no foul for Clarkey there.
Nope.
Still looking for a shooting opportunity, and HMP are going to take the opportunity to clear this. They got some tired guys out there. They're going to need a change.
They did an amazing shift there on defense.
Dickens rips this all the way around, but it's going to be held in by HMP. They're looking for more. Already up 6-1, just over 5 minutes left here in the second, and Clarkey's night may soon be over. Back in, looking for a flip out, and they're going to find one. Good chip play to get it away from the net, and at this point, that's all they need to do. And now a turnover here. HMP looking to add to their lead. Oh, what a big save
that
there.
Was a good save. Wow, stack the pads.
Miners going full Marty Turco there with the old school stack 'em up. And he keeps us at 6-1. Now we're going to get a penalty. HMP's going to go shorthanded here, and Jayden's Mechanical getting an absolutely needed power play. They need something to steer the momentum the other way, and is Clarkey's night over? There's 4:39 left in the second, and I'm not sure if he's heading to the bench or not. Yes, he is. Agats is going to come in and relieve Clarkey after a stellar performance from our guy.
Yes.
He made at least 15, 16 stops, only let one in. We had the over-under. We were way off. The Vegas bookmakers would be furious with us. 6.5 is what we set it at, and he can go to the bench and feel awful good about the work he did. We'll see if Agats can keep it up in the blue paint. He's going to have to here with Jayden's Mechanical on a power play. HMP looking to clear this. They will. This will drift back onto the stick of Wise.
Thought they were looking to clear it and go down the ice with it almost.
Well, why not? Now a turnover here in the neutral zone, and they'll come stomping right back in. Huron Motor Products looking for more, and it's on a short-handed chance. They're just playing keep away smartly with the puck. Just over 4 minutes left here in this middle frame. And again, the story of the evening is, of course, the great support that the community showed tonight. A full rink here at the South Huron Rec Complex. Great support for the Huron Food Bank Distribution Center. That is the main story. But the main story on the ice, I must say shockingly, is our friend Chris Clark and the job he did in net for Huron Motor Products. Can his team hang on to this 5-goal lead late in the second? Trying to kill off the remainder of this power play for Jayden's Mechanical that's got under a minute left on it. They're just looking for something. They need a goal, and they need one quick here. Still a whole third period ahead of us, but they need to find one here. Not able to get that into the slot, and that'll just be cleared all the way down as Miners comes out and will just hold that free. Sent all the way down the ice, and that's going to be icing. You never like to see that on the power play, and that'll bring it all the way back in front of Miners.
Yep, and Jayden's was not doing a good job there. They had the puck, they were cycling it. Who was in front of the net? 3 HMP players, keeping them away from getting in the zone. There's no way. You got to get your player in front. They did actually get somebody in front, but when the pass came, there was an HMP player there to stop it and get it out of the zone.
The defensive work, I mean, we're going to talk for a long time, I think, on the show after this about Clarkey's heroic performance. But the defensive work by his teammates tonight has been very, very special. Thrown all the way down as the last few seconds of this power play are going to click away. 2:40 and ticking left here in the second, and that's going to do it for the power play. Jayden's Mechanical coming up empty. Dickens, who's been very active tonight, 75 for Jayden's, gets it in deep. Knocked away from him, but held in the zone. Jayden's Mechanical looking to shuffle this free. They've got it thrown toward the net, and that will be stopped. Agates doing his job in place of the star, Mr. Clark.
Good job by Agates, absolutely.
So Clarkie, of course, for Huron Motor Products, he's in sales. We know his favorite team's the Leafs. He's got Wendell Clark here as his favorite athlete. I'm actually surprised he didn't put Mike Palmatier.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, Mike Palmatier would be very proud of the performance Clarkie put in tonight.
Absolutely.
I know that'll make him happy that I said that. Hard slapper there from Jayden's Mechanical at the point, and that was stopped by Agates. Now a turnover in the high slot. HMP looking to get that out. They can't. Could that cost them here? Low backhand shot. Rebounds there, and that didn't go.
How did that not go in? There was a wide open cage.
That was something. Agates was dead to rights, and somehow that did not go in. Dickens, very effective player for Jayden's Mechanical. He fires. That's blocked. Good job there blocking that shot. As HMP not letting a lot get to the net. Good twister play from in behind, and they can't make that bang-bang play work either. Jayden's Mechanical doing a great job on the cycle here. Sent down low. Looking for a lane to the net. Steered off it and turned over. HMP looking to get this clear, and they will. Stretch pass, but it's out of the reach of Carter, and Minor's not going to take a chance with that. He's just going to cover that up. That was a long, extended offensive shift for Jayden's Mechanical, and they just couldn't get anything going at it.
They couldn't. They were held to the outside again, and that stretch pass was just out of the reach of the HMP player. They almost had a clean break. Good job by the Jayden's Mechanical goalie just to say, hey, you're right here. I'm going to hold on to this, let my team reset. Face off on the near side.
It'll be won by Jayden's Mechanical. They're looking to get it clear, and they will. HMP with numbers back defensively. This is offside. They got to touch up Jayden's Mechanical. Swinging through the neutral zone, nearly turned over. That was dangerous, but HMP able to dodge a bullet there, and they've got good numbers back as here comes Jayden's Mechanical. Low shot, they score! Hard low shot from Ty Morrison. It is 6-2 with 1:06 to go in the second. Will that spark a comeback from Jayden's Mechanical?
They got to play really smart. They have to get in front of the lane. They got lucky with that one on a turnover and just a quick snapshot. But they've got to get some plays going here. They've got to get set up, get in front of the HMP goalie.
HMP with a good poke here on it and looking to cut into the middle. Good chance there from Bryson, who's been very effective. He's on hat-trick watch for HMP number 14. Jayden's Mechanical. Maybe they've got some life now after getting that second goal. Hard heater. That's well wide, though. Held in the offensive zone. Final minute of play here. Jayden's Mechanical looking to add one more. That would be huge for them if they could do it before the third. Puck stuck up on the net there. They'll dig it loose. Thrown toward the front. Agates poked that away. Jayden's Mechanical still threatening here. Off the side of the net, and HMP looking for an exit lane, and they're going to find one. Time ticking away, under 30 seconds to go here in the second. HMP back over the line. Could they get a late one? Those last minute goals, rather, in a period, they're always backbreaking. If one team can find one here, that might tilt the momentum. Jayden's Mechanical hopes it's them. They'll knock it in deep. One last opportunity. They can quickly throw it toward the front of the net. They're not able to do so. Time's going to tick away here. And after 2 periods, Huron Motor Products 6, Jayden's Mechanical 2. I've got some more of the biographies, if you will, of the team here. Travis Robinson, number 27. His nickname's RoboCop. He's from Crediton, Ontario. His highest level of hockey play. Now, he put Pee-wee and someone crossed that out. Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. That's pretty impressive. He's a technician with HMP. His favorite team's the Leafs. They've got his favorite athlete listed as Shorzy. We're a fan of that.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Freiter, number 44. His nickname's Eddie. He's from Lucan, Ontario. He's on the control tower operator job. His favorite team, the Leafs. Doug Gilmore's his favorite player. I bet we'll have a lot of Leafs. Look at this, though. Here's my new favorite player next to Clarkie, number 22 for HMP, Braden Talbot. His nickname's Talby. He's from right here in Exeter. He played for South Huron District High School. He's a service technician at HMP. His favorite team, the Washington Capitals.
Oh, that's why you like your new favorite player.
And his favorite athlete is the NHL goal-scoring king, Alexander Ovechkin. We love that. Ovi recently breaking Gretzky's record. We're going to hear a little bit more about that later. Jayden's mechanical right in, hard shot, and that was blocked in front. HMP have done a great job of taking shooting lanes away, and when they're there, blocking shots. They got to hold on to a 4-goal lead here in the third period. They're in on the offensive zone. Played right in there over the line of Jayden's mechanical. They're able to get it free and send it into the offensive zone, but HMP in good position back. That's Shelby. He's able to get it as far as the neutral zone. Jayden's mechanical just trying to get something going. That's Alex Wise on the carry. He comes in with speed. Wise trying to cut to the middle, and it was knifed away from him. Jayden's mechanical, pump it back in. HMP just trying to get set up. That's Buchanan. Firing it over to his D partner and clear. Onto the stick of Vanderwarp. He gets it in deep. McCann giving chase for HMP, but the Jayden's mechanical squad's on it. They'll rip it all the way around the boards. Looking to keep this in, and they will. Charging after this is Gibbings, who Clarkey robbed in the first period. Gibbings played back toward the point. Hard shot. High shoulder save from Agats. It's still loose, and Agats collapses down on top of it.
What a good play by Agats there. Wow. And yeah, he came in with speed, the Jayden's mechanical player. Big time speed there. And if I could give one piece of advice to Coach Peter there for HMP, stop doing the dish passes that are long. I've seen 3 or 4 that Jayden's has played really, really well and stopped. Keep those passes on the ice, I think.
Yeah, they're picking off those long floating stretch passes.
Yep.
And you've got a 4-goal lead. You just got to be responsible with the puck. Just like that, high and hard off the glass. And here comes McCann giving chase, knifed away from him by Dickens. He's one of the better players out there for Jayden's mechanical. They've got a chance here, cutting into the middle. Oh, just rifled into the netting there. Colton Backert with a good chance. Devin Parker, number 98 for HMP. His nickname's Grapes. He's from Hensel, Ontario. Grapes, okay. I like that. Highest level of hockey, BCH Midget Local League. He's a parts advisor over at HMP. He's a Bruins fan. Doesn't have a favorite athlete listed. I'm surprised he didn't put down a Bergeron, maybe a Cam Neely. He seems like a Cam Neely guy.
Right. How do you be a Bruins fan with all these Leaf fans around, though? That's hard.
Well, they beat them all the time. Sorry, Clarkey. I'm just telling the truth. It's not hard at all. Jayden's mechanical looking for an exit lane here. High flipper up in the air, looking for a stretch pass. It's going to land. Chance in there, and it's just shot wide. Good opportunity right in front, coming down the gut, and now thrown into the skates. Hard shot, and that's turned away by Agats. Good chances in tight from Gibbings, who has had a number of good scoring opportunities here this evening. 7:30 and ticking left here in the third period. Poked ahead. Jayden's mechanical holding it in. They need some goals, and they need them quickly, down 6-2. Trying to shuffle that to the front of the net. That won't get through. Held in at the point. Looking to get a shooting lane. Fired in there, and that's kicked aside by Agats, doing a good job in relief of Clarkey, who's given some encouragement from the bench after a hard night's work. That's a high heater there, turned away by Miners. Good stop off the shot there from Ducharme. Jayden's mechanical looking to get this clear, turned over. Ducharme with a good pickoff. Ducharme in the high slot, looking for support, trying to dangle his way through. Keeps control of the puck, thrown to the front. Chance right in there. Miners with a big save. He'll cover that up.
That was really close. There was a really good defensive play. I don't know who it was on Jayden's that came over, but man, did that HMP player have all the time in the world, and the Jayden's player just got his stick in there in the last second to stop that from going in.
So the goalie who came in for Clarkey, Matt Agats, wearing 33 tonight, his nickname's Ego. That's a good one. As Jayden's mechanical looking to stretch the ice here and get in on the attack. Trying to get something in there. Big save from Agats.
That was a weird hopping puck, too, and Agats had to keep track of that real close.
Ego made a big save there. He's from Stratford, Ontario. He played for the Stratford Warriors AA Major Bantam program. His current job is the business manager at HMP. He's a Canadiens fan.
Oh.
And his favorite athlete, Patrick Waugh, not a shock. And he makes another save right off the face-off. Waugh would be happy with that one.
Absolutely.
Patrick Waugh might be happier with that save than what he's getting out of his team lately, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't even think he likes being a coach, Adam.
Oh,
Patrick Waugh just sounds exasperated on Long Island. Maybe you should get some of these guys down there. They'd at least try a little harder. HMP in a big scrum. 6 players trying to knife that free. Jayden's Mechanical comes out with the puck. In behind the net of Eggets. Looking for a lane. Just over 6 minutes left here in the penultimate period. Trying to dig that free. It's loose. Poked toward the side of the net, and that will not get in there on Eggets. Awkward bounce off the stanchions, and Jayden's Mechanical able to hold it in. They've got to start firing some pucks toward the net, though. Down by 4. HMP doing a good job of boxing them out and keeping them in the corners. 3 players in there digging away at the puck. It'll come free, and it'll be swept all the way out and clear for HMP, and they can get some changes in.
That was a weird play in front of Eggets there. Every single player was locked with another player. The puck was just sitting free in front of Eggets.
Jayden's Mechanical back in on the attack, looking to get a shot away, and that's knifed away by the good defensive sticks of the HMP crew. Stretch feed, and that'll find Vanderwarp. He's over the line, low shot, and that's sticked aside by Miners. Ripped all the way around, and this will get down for an icing. Are they going to wave this off? Yes, they will. As Jayden's Mechanical looking for a strip play here. Trying to get that puck kicked off the wall. Digging away in there on the forecheck is Hawks for Jayden's Mechanical. Knocked away from him, and now Beauchamp on it. He goes charging up the ice. Nice little drop feed finds McCann. Return to Beauchamp. Another nice drop feed back to the point. Turned over, though, and Jayden's Mechanical looking to kick this out. They'll get it out, but HMP right back on it. Sent in, and the linesman taking a spill, and he's all right. That'll get a rise out of the crowd, and Jayden's Mechanical looking for some offense here. Thrown into the slot, and that didn't connect cleanly, and it's cleared away by HMP. Rolling puck. Does it have enough starch? No. They'll wave the icing off. Speaking of Beauchamp, who made a couple nice plays there, his nickname is Cheeseball.
Okay.
He's from Zurich, Ontario. He's in sales at HMP. Thrown to the front, big stick, saved by Eggets. Still loose, another big save, and Eggets covers up.
That was an amazing sequence. I thought they had Eggets beat dead to rights, but Eggets stretched it with the blocker and got a piece of it. Wow. Okay, so maybe both of them are ringers. Their goalies are the ringers.
Beauchamp, his favorite team is Montreal. Clarkey, I'm sure, hates that. His favorite athlete, Sidney Crosby, who I love when he puts on a Canada jersey. HMP looking to get this free defensively. They've got control, and they'll just skate it out. Jarrett Baker, everybody calls him Bakes. He's from right here in Exeter. Former junior B and C player. They've got it listed here that his highest level of hockey is Timbits. And I know that's just not true. He's a sales associate. He's a big Leafs fan, and his favorite athlete, they've got it listed as Daniel Buchanan, his teammate tonight. I love that. Good support. Here comes Jayden's Mechanical looking for some high heater on the backhand there. That's well wide. They need something to go in the net quickly here. Just over 3 minutes left here in what's been a very entertaining contest and a great showing for our buddy Clarkey. Again, he might end up being first star. You never know. HMP looking to just recycle the puck and play some keep away. Of course, the first star, though, the community here tonight of Exeter and the surrounding area, packing this barn and packing 2 big gators out in the front lobby full of food, benefiting the South Huron, the Huron County distribution center of the food bank here locally. Just incredible stuff, Adam.
Absolutely.
That the community came out and supported this event that these 4 companies put together. Of course, McCann's Huron Tractor, they played in the first game tonight. HMP, of course, and Jayden's Mechanical spearheading this thing, and it's been well supported. Everybody came out, and so much food has been donated. It's just really incredible stuff. And if you are interested in potentially volunteering or donating to the Huron County Food Bank, and they could use your donations, you can visit their website and find out more information about how to do that. Or maybe even volunteer and help them out at events like this.
Oh, I'm sure they'd appreciate any help they can get.
Agats, that puck squeaked loose. Quick whistle from the official. Jayden's Mechanical won't be a fan of that.
No, they're not too happy with that. But HMP is doing a great job there, just when you were talking about the good work the food bank is doing in this area of keeping their sticks in the shooting lanes. Man, were they taking away a lot of the shooting lanes and passes from the Jayden's players. They're playing a great game.
Shot there, blocked, puck still loose. Mike Hamather, 24 for HMP. He's from here in Exeter. He played juvenile for the Exeter Generals. He's in sales. Doesn't have a favorite NHL team. His favorite athlete, though, is Jarrett Baker, his teammate here. So I love the support here on this HMP squad. They're real tight, obviously. Looking for a 7th goal. They've got 6 on the board with 1:20 and ticking left here in the 3rd. Jayden's Mechanical needs something, and something quick. Hard shot, and that just deflected wide. Thrown to the front, they score. It's 6-3, and that's Brock Horner right on the doorstep to slam that home. And as Justin Bieber says, never say never, but they're going to need 3 quickly.
It may be too little too late, maybe.
I'll continue with the profiles here. Gilbert Bonvini, 21 tonight for HMP. His nickname, this is the best nickname, Giller Instinct. That is awesome. He's from Woodstock. His highest level of hockey played is pond hockey. We love that.
Yep, absolutely.
He's a controller and consultant. He's a Leaf fan, and his favorite athlete is Crosby. How about that? Dan Buchanan, who's been talked about a lot so far in these profiles. 16 for HMP. His nickname's Buck. Love that. He's from Grand Bend, as Jayden's Mechanical trying to throw that toward the front. That will creep out of the zone. Highest level of hockey was Timbits. He's in sales. He's a Leafs fan. I love this. His favorite athlete is Reg Dunlop from Slapshot. We love that.
Oh, yeah.
Thrown to the front, bad scramble in front of Agats, finally covered up. 26.5 left. Max Carter, they call him Mad Max. He's from right here in Exeter. He played for the South Huron Sabres in juvenile. His current job here, it says marketing and sales. Someone scratched it out and put unsure. Some good workplace fun. He's a Leafs fan. Matt Sundin, his favorite player. You can absolutely respect that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all the profiles Clarkie handed me. A tight-knit group for sure, and it showed on the ice here tonight, but more importantly, a tight-knit community here in Exeter coming together and donating a ton of food for the Huron County Food Bank Distribution Center. Kudos to everybody that organized this event, the whole community for coming out, just incredible stuff. Kudos to you, Adam, for coming and covering this, for instigating, and Whiteman.
And you
really
too, Ryan.
great.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic, and that'll do it. A 6-3 victory for Clarkie and Huron Motor Products, and as he gets ready to come off the bench and congratulate his team, I think everybody is thrilled and blown away by the performance of the wily veteran, Chris Clark. How about his performance here tonight?
Oh, man, he had an amazing half of the game that he played. Agats then came in and just shut the door as well, too, only letting 2 goals. And Agats let in, and he faced some real difficult shots. Clarkie did too, but Agats also faced some real difficult shots too.
I'm floored by how well Clarkie played, and I don't say that lightly. And I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm very impressed by what we saw out of our buddy here tonight.
I'm just recalling that section where he had 4 snaps in a row he had to save, and he was all over the crease saving those.
That was pretty special stuff, man. I'm floored by the performance. I will give him, with no sarcasm at all, the first star of the game tonight. He was spectacular.
He was.
I mean, his team scored first. They went up early, 1-0, and then he held them in there as they made their journey to 2-1, 3-1. During that period, he made some gigantic stops, and I'm not even being funny here. Clarkie, he was the backbone of this team tonight.
Oh, he was. Absolutely he was. And then the team just fed off of that, right? There was the 3 quick goals in a row in the first period, and that's almost all that HMP needed to win this game.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Well, Adam, it was a pleasure to be able to call the game with you here tonight.
Thank you.
At the South Huron Rec Center in Exeter. Again, a tremendous job by the whole community as everybody's filing out, looking to have some fun in the lobby. And in that lobby, there is a mountain of food donated to the Huron County Food Bank Distribution Center. Absolutely awesome stuff. And that was the whole point of this event, was to get everybody together around a fun time here at the rink, which we certainly had, and I'm sure Clarkie did too. I'm sure he's thrilled with his TV appearance. But the point of tonight was the great fundraising effort that took place, and I think everybody should be overjoyed with the amount of food that was donated. Got to chat with Mary Ellen Zielman, who is the executive director of the distribution center. She was absolutely thrilled with what happened here tonight. Really incredible stuff. And again, if you want to get involved, maybe volunteer with them at events like this, help out at the distribution center, or more importantly, donate money. They'll take money, they'll take checks or food items. Find out more on the Huron County Food Bank Distribution Center website. You can just Google that. It'll take you right to it, and they will give you all the information necessary to make a donation.
Wherever you are, there is likely a food bank. So if you're watching this somewhere that's not Huron County, find out, go talk to your local municipality, help out. The food banks are needed in our areas.
Absolutely, man. Well said. Well, Adam, great job tonight. It was great to have you alongside me here rocking the color and also running the cameras. Adam, while talking, was running the cameras. Jack of all trades here. Producer Adam's the absolute best. For myself, Ryan Drury, for Clarkie, and everybody here at Instigating with Clarkie and Drury and Whiteman TV, thanks for tuning in.